about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow.
So hey guys, we've got 2 friendlies to go, and today's friendly we are away at Championship side Derby against Premier League new boys Wolverhampton Wanderers. Obviously there's going to be it's a friendly game. I do think that today Wolves we'll see a bit more Wolves starting lineup. We'll get the main players that are probably going to start the season get more game time. Probably will be less substitutions. Derby, a week today they start their Championship campaign. It's their last friendly under Lampard, who's basically taken over the reins at Derby. I've got a friend, Sean, who I play football with on a Tuesday night. He's a big Derby fan. He's a lot happier with the style of play from Derby this year. Didn't like Rowett. And I think we'll see Derby play a pretty strong side. We'll probably see pretty much Derby's strongest side as it's their last pre-season friendly. Lots to talk about today in terms to review on what's been going on in the week. Wolves hierarchy meeting with Molineux mix, Carl Ikeme, transfers, speculation in and out. I do hopefully we'll see some of the new boys starting today for Wolves now they've had a chance to settle in, but we'll talk about that as we go through today's match day experience from a fans off.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts.
So I'm just in the Merlin pub, which is I think a Hungry Horse pre-match over in Derby. Got Pop actually ordering some food, which I'm having a nice fish and chips. First thing that I just want to say today is a big shout out and obviously respect and best wishes to what is the Wolves legend Carl Ikeme, who's basically announced his retirement from the game. With he is in remission from his illness, but the doctors have advised him against coming back into the game, and we want to wish him well. Carl, it's someone I can really associate with well, because not many of you may know, but I actually am in remission from leukemia myself. It's a different form of leukemia, but I've been living with that for quite a few years, and I have to have medication every night, but I am fully fit. So there is a future after being diagnosed with that, and one of the things that I've been most impressed with in terms of the club is that they've really supported Carl. He's announced on, I do believe, on Twitter or in an article in The Sun actually, that Wolves have upped his wages with the rest of the squad, and I'm sure there will be a role that will be found for Carl, whatever he wants to do, similar to what they've done with Matt Murray. But Carl, you're an absolute inspiration and a legend, and you know, you can enjoy being a fan like the rest of us, and we look forward to seeing your role and your career going forward in whatever you choose to do. We do wish you all the best. So, catch of the day. The fish and chip shop. Look at this, it's in newspaper. That's going to keep me going. So just walking towards the stadium now. I've had my dinner. Probably going to keep me going for the rest of the day. It was that big. Anyway. So Wolves have bought out their team, and the new boys, Martino and Johnny Otto, is in the starting lineup. The team I'll put up on the screen now. It's a strong team. Let's see how it goes and see how many minutes they get on board today. There's a lot of other news to talk about, which we'll talk about a little bit later on.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much better. When
starting the better. They are probably a little bit further ahead in terms of their preparation. This is their last friendly game, and they had 2 decent chances. Then Wolves came back into it. We were pressing them back, and actually Wolves were looking the most likely. Had 2 or 3 close efforts to score. The keeper made one great save actually off the corner. Hopefully you can hear me because the PA is really loud. But then they had a free kick and it wasn't really well defended. I think the post or Patricio made the save, it came back, and Nugent was first to react, and they go in 1-0 at half time. Same sort of issues at the moment with Wolves, the fact that we need to find a way to score goals, and they haven't scored a goal in such a long time, so let's hopefully that will change in the second half. So just back from the game, and Wolves have lost to Derby 2-1. It's a friendly defeat. There were quite a few changes again in the second half. Jimenez and Morgan Gibbs-White came on at the start of the second half. I thought they made a big difference. I thought Jimenez added more than Leo, and Morgan Gibbs-White just had a really good run out of well. Again, he's starting to become quite consistent. Martino and Otto were also replaced during the game, you know, both had good run-outs. They had good moments, settling into time their first game, so you can't really judge too much. Wolves did get back level with an almost worldie from Ruben Neves in the second half. The rebound fell to Jota, who put it away. Derby, though, within 5 minutes were back in front. Again, there's a little bit suspect Wolves defensively. I wasn't convinced with Romain Saïss's performance at right centre-back. It makes me nervous. Bennett did come on. He just looks a little bit more assured. But I do think we need another centre-back. It's been talked about, Pepe and the chap from Man United as well. You know, do you think we need a new centre-back? Would you like either of them? I can't think of the guy's name from Man United right off the top of my head, but it's been widely mooted. And, the second half with all the changes, again, it was a friendly, and, well, I thought Wolves did better on the whole than they did against Stoke. We did score a goal from open play. There were flashes during the game, basically, of some really good play from Wolves, but again the end product wasn't quite there. It's hard to say to look at. I'm not too worried. We don't, like I say, we did lose to Shrewsbury last year in pre-season. There's still 2 weeks to go till the start of the season, and I think we will bring in players in. As we're leaving the ground, it was announced that Barry Douglas's sale to Leeds had gone through. I talked about that in the last video. I'm not really sure about this. I feel sorry for Barry. In his interview with Leeds, he's disappointed that he was told that he wasn't in Wolves' plans. But you have to trust in the Fosun and Nuno revolution, and that they make the decisions, and you trust in those decisions. But I do think Barry would have added something. He was a fan's favourite. And out of all the dealings that have gone on recently, this one feels a little bit not right. But you go with it and you roll with it. And Barry will still have that season with us, and we still love him. And we do wish him all the best in his new role over at Leeds. In other news, it's been reported that some guys from the Molineux Mix Forum met with senior officials from Wolves, and they talked about the plans for Wolves' ambitions, not just to be top 6, but also to win the league. Not obviously, probably won't happen this year, but there is serious ambitions. Also about Wolves' stadium, increase the capacity, not just you know, up to like 40,000, but 50,000, 60,000, hopefully keeping it in place where it is in Molineux at the moment. I don't know how that will work when they do the expansion, but obviously they've got architects that know this. But will it mean a capacity drop? If there's major changes, will it mean that we'd have to have a ground share? You know, will we have to move from Molineux if they can't find a way with the architects of getting it up to the 50 to 60,000 that they're looking at doing to, you know, if we're going to be a real top side, you need the stadium capacity to match. Wolves have proven if they can demonstrate the success. They let us know your thoughts on that. Who do you want to see come in? It appears that Andre Silva isn't even on the radar. Do we need another striker? Me personally, I think we need another striker. I think we need another central midfielder, and I do think we need another central defender, basically the spine of the team. What do you think? Adama Traore has been mooted. He picked up an injury again in the Middlesbrough game against Sunderland under a torrential rain, and that is a dislocated shoulder, which is going to rule him out for about 4 to 6 weeks, we're told. I'm told Wolves are very close to agreeing a fee for that, so it's a bit of a surprise that how much of a disappointment that is. Middlesbrough police said there's not been the fee's not been met. It's reported by Tim Nash that it was Nuno's #1 target. Would you have Adama Traore? Who would you want to come in? There is now, less than 2 weeks till the transfer window finishes and closes, and we've got now 2 weeks till the first game against Everton and one more pre-season match where you would think it's going to be pretty much Wolves' strongest side that's going to play against Villarreal in that friendly, and most of the players will get serious game time, building up their stamina for a full 90 minutes match. So let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe, hit the bell. Did you go today? Did you manage to listen to it on the radio or watch it? What did you think of the performance? Me personally, my view on it is it's pre-season, it's all part of development. We're trusting Nuno, we're trusting Fosun. All the jigsaw pieces are starting to be put into play. There's still more to play out on this particular story in terms of the transfers and the development for the team going forward. Really looking forward to the pre-season friendly at our home Molineux next weekend, and then obviously the season opener back in the Premier League against Everton. Come on you Wolves, it's all going to come good.